Chez Pete's Pie program. We are so excited that you are here. I am Chez Pete. This is my lovely special guest, Mrs. Elise. We are going to teach you today how to make a peach piece pie. Alright, what is the first thing we're going to need to do?
Alright, the first thing you're going to need is a pie crust. So we're going to grab the ingredients for our pie crust. We'll need 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 12 tablespoons of cold butter, and about 8 tablespoons of ice cold water. We'll start by mixing our flour and our salt together in a bowl. Then you'll cut in the butter until you form pebble-sized crumbs. So you can grab a fork or a pastry cutter. Then you'll start adding in about 8 tablespoons of water. You might need to add in a little bit more later, so keep it handy. And then once you have it all mixed together, it should form into a nice ball of dough. We're going to break our ball of dough into 2 pieces. We're going to set 1 piece aside for later. With our first ball of dough, we are going to roll it out nice and flat on a hard surface. Once your dough is nice and flat and about a little bit bigger than the size of your pie tin, you'll pick it up with the rolling pin and fit it into your pie plate. Then we're going to trim off the edges and crimp around the edges.
Alright, once you have your pie crust ready, make sure that you do not forget to turn on your oven to 350 degrees so that it will be ready once your filling is done.
And then we will start making the pie filling. For the filling you'll need 1 cup of white sugar, 32 ounces of canned peaches, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of vanilla, half a cup of flour, 1.5 teaspoons of butter, and 1 egg beaten. Alright, so now that you have all of your ingredients, we're going to start mixing it together. We're going to start with the peaches.
Oh, very good.
The sugar.
That is over here. Can I pour that one in?
You can.
Okay, I shall pour the sugar over top of the peaches.
Alright. The cinnamon and nutmeg can both go in.
This is the cinnamon, that's the nutmeg.
Yep.
Sprinkle that in.
And the lemon juice and the vanilla.
I shall grab the lemon juice. You go first.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, this looks so good already.
So the only things that you're leaving out right now are the flour and the butter. Don't put those in quite yet. Now, Chef Pete, would you like to do the honors of mixing it all together?
Stir it all together. I shall show you the camera. Alright, see? Our peaches are covered in this thing. It should be nice and good right now.
Excellent.
Alright, what is the next step?
Next, now we're going to take that flour and we're going to very slowly sprinkle it on top. And while we're sprinkling it in, we're just going to slowly fold our peaches over it. All right, once your flour is all mixed in there, we're gonna do the same thing with our butter. Once you have it all mixed together, then you can go ahead and pour it.
Do we need to put the eggs?
No, the egg is for later.
The egg is for later, sorry. Okay.
So then you can pour it into your pie crust. It looks excellent.
I cannot wait to eat this pie. There it goes, the bowl is done. You can see the pie has the filling in it.
Now you'll remember earlier when we made our pie crust, we actually took half of it and we set it aside for later. So you're gonna have to go back and grab that second half of your crust now. So we're gonna get some of this stuff cleaned up.
Yes, I will do that.
Thank you, Pete. And then we're gonna pull out our pie crust. We're going to pull out our egg And we're gonna need also a rolling pin, a cutting board for a little bit later, and a knife or a pizza roller.
All right, so we will grab those things.
We'll see how this rolls out. Okay, so once you have it all rolled out, we're gonna grab our cutting board and we're using a pizza roller. You're gonna pick up your pie crust like you did before and set it down on your cutting board. Would you like to do the honors of cutting?
Oh, sure.
All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna make about 1-inch strips, as long as you can, along your pizza crust. Once you have your strips all cut up, we're gonna start adding them onto the top of our pie crust. So, I don't know if you can see this in there.
It's okay, just explain.
So we're going to lay them across the top. We're gonna lay about 4 or 5 probably. We'll see how they lay once we get them down. And you want to leave a little bit of space in between each one. Yeah, we'll do 4. Okay. Now lifting up every other one, we're going to lay them down the opposite way as well.
There we go, so your pie should look something like that. Hopefully you can see that.
We're also going to finish by trimming off the edges of the pieces and just attaching them to the crust around the edge. We are going to add on one more little decoration.
Because this is not just a peach pie. Right now we have just a peach pie, but we want to make a peace peach pie. So we have a special extra step. Just watch and see. Okay, we have the peace symbol now on the pie. I don't know if you'll be able to see from this view, but we will show you later when the pie is cooked. You can see the symbol for peace, which is a line with 2 other lines. We have added that to the top of the pie to make Pete's peace peach pie.
Now one final step before you throw it in the oven is you're gonna finally take that egg that you beat up before, and we're just gonna brush the top of our pie with the beaten up egg. And now it's ready to go in the oven for about 50 to 55 minutes.
And then you shall have Pete's peace peach pie. I think that means it is done. Let's get our peace pie out of the oven and see how it looks. Oh, there it is. Could you close that for me? Thank you. It looks like our peace pie is deliciously ready. You can see the piece on top. That looks so good. Now the best way to do it is to cut it up, cut off a piece of Pete's peace peach pie and serve it with ice cream. Thank you so much for being here, Mrs. Elise. This looks delicious. That was wonderful, and I learned so much as well about peace. Signing off for this week. We will see you another time on Pete's Pie Program.
Bye!